This is an emergency action notification requested by the White House. All EAS participants will follow activation procedures in the EAS Operating Handbook for a national-level emergency. The President of the United States, or one of his representatives, will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. We interrupt our regular programming. This is a global emergency. Important details will follow. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government and the North American Aerospace Defense Command. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. At 4:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, NORAD detected the launch of 100 nuclear missiles from the Gabian Democratic Republic. It is unknown where the missiles will impact at this time, but it is expected to impact several major cities across the world. All residents of the United States, regardless of where you live, are advised to seek a fallout shelter now. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear attacks. Prolonged exposure to fallout will result in certain death. It will only take a few minutes after impact for the effects of fallout to spread. Make sure to bring the necessary supplies in your shelter such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, cell phones, phone chargers, and a battery-powered or hand-crank radio with extra batteries. Tune into local TV and radio stations for further updates on this dangerous situation. Stand by for this message. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WXLV. We will continue to serve the Winston-Salem area. If you are not in this area, tune now to a station providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Winston-Salem area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use only. The emergency alert system has been activated. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government and the North American Aerospace Defense Command. This is an update to the emergency action notification message that was issued 20 minutes ago. The targets for the 100 nuclear missiles have been confirmed and are as follows and will impact within the next 40 minutes. London, United Kingdom; Edinburgh, United Kingdom; Cardiff, United Kingdom; Tokyo, Japan; Osaka, Japan; Kyoto, Japan; Seoul, South Korea; Busan, South Korea; Shanghai, China; Taipei, Taiwan; Kowloon, Hong Kong; Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia; Jakarta, Indonesia; Stockholm, Sweden; Helsinki, Finland; Aalborg, Denmark; Bonn, Germany; Vienna, Austria; Rotterdam, Netherlands; Wilmington, North Carolina; Charleston, South Carolina; Richmond, Virginia; New York City, New York; San Diego, California; Las Vegas, Nevada; San Antonio, Texas; Orlando, Florida; Savannah, Georgia; Detroit, Michigan; Chicago, Illinois; Kansas City, Missouri; Tirana, Albania; Belgrade, Serbia; Cairo, Egypt; Yangon, Myanmar; Sydney, Australia; Auckland, New Zealand; New Delhi, India; Mogadishu, Somalia; Cape Town, South Africa; Rio de Janeiro, Brazil; Mexico City, Mexico; Bangkok, Thailand; Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Doha, Qatar, Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, Tehran, Iran, Lahore, Pakistan, Istanbul, Turkey, Athens, Greece, Milan, Italy, Paris, France, Barcelona, Spain, Porto, Portugal, Rabat, Morocco, Algiers, Algeria, Dublin, Ireland, Caracas, Venezuela, San Juan, Puerto Rico, Port-au-Prince, Haiti, Havana, Cuba, San Miguel, El Salvador, Managua, Nicaragua, Khartoum, Sudan, Dire Dawa, Ethiopia, Asmara, Eritrea, Ali Sabi, Djibouti, Sana'a, Yemen, Baku, Azerbaijan, Moscow, Russia, Odessa, Ukraine, Bucharest, Romania, Ostrava, Czech Republic, Zagreb, Croatia, Ljubljana, Slovenia, Astana, Kazakhstan, Manila, Philippines, Nampo, North Korea, Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, Kabul, Afghanistan, Samarkand, Uzbekistan, Ashgabat, Turkmenistan, Nicosia, Cyprus, Tripoli, Libya, Nairobi, Kenya, Lusaka, Zambia, Antananarivo, Madagascar, Edmonton, Canada, Calgary, Canada, Montreal, Canada, Vancouver, Canada, Fairbanks, Alaska, Bergen, Norway, Gdańsk, Poland, Tallinn, Estonia, Minsk, Belarus, Sofia, Bulgaria, Skopje, North Macedonia, Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Hanoi, Vietnam. This is an attack warning. I repeat, this is an attack warning. Attack warning means that an actual attack against the United States has been detected, and that protective action should be taken. All residents in, and within a 500-mile radius of the listed cities are advised to seek a fallout shelter now. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear attacks. Prolonged exposure to fallout will result in certain death. It will only take a few minutes after impact for the effects of fallout to spread. If no such shelter exists in your area, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows, doors, and outside walls. Put as much space between you and the outside world as possible. Do not exit your shelter for any reason whatsoever until the all-clear is given by the proper authorities. If you exit your shelter before the all-clear is given, you will be exposing yourself to radioactive fallout. Take at least 2 weeks' worth of supplies such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a first aid kit, a flashlight, cell phones, phone chargers, and a battery-powered radio with extra batteries for your stay in the shelter. Stay tuned to local TV and radio stations for further updates on this catastrophic situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government and the North American Aerospace Defense Command. NORAD military radar has detected the launch of an additional 10 nuclear missiles from the Gabian Democratic Republic. These missiles are expected to impact the following cities within the next 15 minutes: Dallas, Texas, United States; Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, United States; Topeka, Kansas, United States; Salt Lake City, Utah, United States; Newark, New Jersey, United States; St. John, New Brunswick, Canada; Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada; Chongqing, China; Anashiki, Japan; and Monterrey, Mexico. All residents in, and within a 500-mile radius of the listed cities are strongly advised to seek a fallout shelter now. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear attacks. Prolonged exposure to fallout will result in certain death. It will only take a few minutes after impact for the effects of fallout to spread. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Stay away from windows, doors, and outside walls. If you are outdoors or in a vehicle, find the nearest building or ditch, and stay there. If none of these options are available, lie flat in the open and cover your head with your hands to protect yourself from flying debris. Take food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a first aid kit, a flashlight, cell phones, phone chargers, and a battery-powered radio with extra batteries for 2 weeks while in your shelter. Tune into local TV and radio stations for further updates. Please stand by. The President of the United States, or one of his representatives, will be speaking shortly.
Good evening. I am a representative of the President of the United States, as he is currently in a safe location. Gabia has launched a total of 110 nukes to many cities across the world. It seems that its monarchy was overthrown by the Azán Stefansün regime a second time, this time, with a new leader, Makoch, who's likely even worse than Azán, as he literally launched 110 nuclear missiles unlike Azán. This is not the Gabia we know. The United States and its allies, as well as non-ally countries such as Russia and China, have agreed to try to topple Azán's regime once again and to bring back the Kingdom of Gabia. We will first start by launching a missile at Nordholm, Gabia. Not a nuclear one, but one that's enough to give Makoch a warning that his regime will collapse. Then, we will invade Gabia to topple Makoch's regime. The Kingdom of Gabia will return with the help of the United States and stronger than ever. We wish everyone in the United States and Gabia a brighter future. Thank you, and may God bless the United States of America and the Kingdom of Gabia.
That was a message from the representative of the President. The United States has just launched a non-nuclear missile at Nordholm, Gabia, and it is expected to impact in the next 5 minutes. Stay tuned for further updates.
The following message is transmitted as per request of the Gabian government. This is an all-clear message. Makoch's regime has officially been toppled and the monarchist government has returned. King Florian, our new head of state, would also like to apologize to all countries that Makoch nuked. We will do our best to make sure an event like this never happens again. Gabia will stay as a monarchy for the rest of its existence. King Florian has also ordered any remaining nuclear missiles owned by the government to be dismantled, as he does not want the country to start any more wars. Normal programming will now continue.
This is an emergency action notification requested by the White House. All EAS participants will follow activation procedures in the EAS Operating Handbook for a national-level emergency. The President of the United States, or one of his representatives, will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. We interrupt our regular programming. This is a global emergency. Important details will follow.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. Please pay attention to this alert, as it pertains to a dark and unfortunate discovery made 5 minutes ago. Mekoch, the leader of the Gabian Democratic Republic, has just launched 3,000 more nuclear missiles to every country in the world. This amount of nukes is enough to kill all of humanity. There is no way to survive this amount of nuclear missiles, since the amount of radiation will fill the entire atmosphere. At this time, all residents of the United States are advised to gather with loved ones, as well as loved possessions, and wait for your inevitable demise. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable. There is no longer any reason to stay calm. If you want, you can go into complete panic mode. The President of the United States has selected a verse from religious scripture to be read on the air. Deuteronomy 31:8. It is the Lord who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not fail you or forsake you. Do not fear or be dismayed. This station will sign off for the final time with the playing of our national anthem. We thank you all for being part of the American dream, but this is the end.